and you don't have enough firepower to do it. Like, if you commit on somebody, they get Weaver Ags, I feel like that team fight's over.
Probably, yeah. Because you Primal Roar somebody, and it's...
And by the way, this bottle on Quinn right now holds a shield rune, which could also just be huge in this next fight, considering how tanky he is on the front line. Crimson Guard completed for the Darkseer.
Shiva's Bloodstone and a shield rune. If he's the target, you don't see how he dies. Tofu gets a little information, knows that Liquid is outside of the map. They also have a big wave pushing in mid. Nisha, he's going to try for it. Quinn starts the initiation. Trying to make himself the target, activating that unit. And Nisha gets the toss into the Requiem, trying to combo onto Ace. They go for the Primal Roar. So many ultimates being used to try and kill him, and there's the time lapse. They saved Ace. Now they've got the Black Hole on the SF, and they are going to demolish Liquid. Triple BKB does nothing for you when you are flat out, outgunned, outplayed. 4 dead. GG is called. The cleanest series of your life. Gaming Gladiators take it 3-0 away from Liquid.
There's not much left to say about this series between these two teams. We have seen it before. We see it again here, but this felt maybe one of the more one-sided of all of these matchups in their long history. Just absolute decimation. Clinical outplays across all 3 games from everybody on gaming stepping up. Going back to the Brood game on Dyrachyo to this game with Quinn on that Sand King mid, he just snapped Liquid's back with those plays around the runes, with the Stinger and the Phase Boots. And Liquid are left once more wondering how they can overcome the ultimate nightmare of a team, the ultimate nightmare they find themselves in. Their glory will once more be denied from this squad as Gaming claim another huge title, maybe the biggest of this team's lifetime, as they were denied at TI, but they find an esports World Cup championship.
That's right, they were working with their own curse. So many times a team that dominates the regular season ends up failing when it comes to the finish line and does not do well at the finals at the end of the year. Gaming Gladiators had that happen to them last year. And while the regular season definitely was not great for them, they showed up at the right time of the year this go around and look in the most dominant form, maybe more dominant than they did the entirety of last year. Just this tournament alone, one of the cleanest you've ever seen.
They have had their struggles, but as you said, Dota's about figuring out what to do in the moment, adapting, finding your strengths, remembering what made you as good a team as you were, and they have definitely remembered it here and refound a lot of their strength.
Quinn, he'll take that key. Looks like he took that mid lane away from Liquid. They will approach the trophy that they worked so hard for last year, but this year is the year of Gaming Gladiators, the absolute kings of the early game, an extremely dominant tournament throughout. And there you have it. Give it up for your champions, Gaming Gladiators.
Riyadh Masters 2024 champions, Gaming Gladiators! Quinn, my man, I've heard you remark yourself as more of a hard worker than a natural talent. And I can tell that you've been putting in the hours these past few months, trying to return to the glory that was that 2023 run. Do you think that this moment is a representation of all the effort you've been putting in. I'm seeing you go up against these Huskars, these Tinies, these Sand Kings, and not breaking a sweat at all.
Yeah, I think hard work does pay off, and we put a lot of time into boot camp, into this tournament, and the time before that, going from being really bad to being good again. So I'm just glad that we were able to make that rise again.
And it is proof positive with this event. Tofu, I spoke with you just a couple of days ago where you were telling me about the trials and tribulations of maintaining consistency, both within in-game and out of game. You feel like this is now reflecting that the effort was worth it, and everything that you had gone through, the difficulties are making up for the rewards.
We had a lot of difficulties before, and I feel like we've been trying for weeks and months, honestly, and especially this last stretch, we've been putting so much time, effort, and passion into this whole project, and I'm just super proud that it paid off and we could show what we're actually capable of.
And what you're capable of is championships. And for Dyrachyo specifically, not just a championship, but a 3-0, one that you have claimed multiple times in the past. I remember during Kuala Lumpur, you thought it was gonna be a 3-0, and yet you were not shaken. Once again, you show up here and you're like, it's gonna be a 3-0. Are you just saying it, or do you actually have a read?
I mean, they asked me to say it, but to be honest, I expect us to play well against Liquid because we have a really nice matchup. We also showed it like yesterday, we kind of smacked them, so today it happens again.
Which brings me to Celery. What is it about Liquid? Is it them, or was this just your tournament? It didn't matter who was going to show up in grand finals. You knew you had their number.
Yeah, it didn't matter. We were ready.
It's just that easy.
I had a dream like a week ago we were going to win, so dreams come true sometimes.
And the dream has come true. Ace, any closing thoughts for all of the Game & Gladiators fans who have been waiting for your rise and your return to prominence and have been patiently rewarded?
Yeah, like there was some games, there was a lot of other crowd cheering for other teams, but we could always hear some gaming fans out there. So I wanted to thank you all for that. You guys are the best.
And it seems to me that the Game & fans are here in full effect. For one last time, please, a round of applause for your champions! And there is one more order of business, Celery. This trophy that you're holding and the key that you have put into it. You've been walking by the totem every single morning, and it's time to immortalize you in esports World Cup history. So shall we? And join me as we make our way over.